What's up, Soul Family and everyone out there in the world? This is Nihility to Entity Tarot, and this is going to be a general reading for the first 15 degrees of the Sun being in Leo. So, with that being said, the Sun being in Leo is going to make all our actions and viewpoints go towards expression and whatever we are creatively working on. And with you being the Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, you're sextiling this energy, so you're going to have opportunities to really express your communication, ways of communicating, as well as express what you are thinking during this time. Now, with that being said, Gemini is mutable air, being mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of thinking and communicating. And Gemini was born out of the third house of familiarity, local surroundings, and friends, and people, places, and things that you find familiar. So, with that being said, let's move on to shuffling the Universal Celtic Tarot deck 3 more times. I feel like you guys are a little scattered during the moment, but it's okay. We'll get to your cards. I'm going to draw 9 cards out of the Universal Celtic Tarot deck, plus an overall, then clarify it with the Waite deck, and then pull 3 cards out of the Moonology Oracle deck. Now, pull your cards out and we will begin. See, this 4 force cards was really good, but I felt scatteredness, and yeah, with the overall being the 9 of Swords, you could be a lot scattered because you're dealing with negative thoughts. So you need to transmute these negative thoughts into positive thoughts by creating higher perspectives and a positive way of looking at things in your life during this time. Now, with your first card being the 10 of Cups, this is talking about you being in a very happy and abundant place emotionally. You could even be getting married or are married at this time, but overall you're in a very happy and abundant place in your life with this first 15 degrees of the Sun transiting Leo, or the Sun transiting the first 15 degrees of Leo. But anyways, your second card is the Ace of Wands, so this is talking about a new passion that you've given birth to. So with this new passion or vision that you've given birth to, you're really wanting to implement this into your life. Now with the third card, you get the Queen of Wands. So with the Queen of Wands, this is talking about you being independent, optimistic, and really going after what you want and desire for your life. With this with the Sun being in Leo, transitioning the first 15 degrees of Leo. So remain optimistic, and this is a very attractive energy as well. So, with the next card being the King of Wands, the King of Wands is talking about you taking leadership after this vision that you've envisioned for yourself. Okay? Just do your best to be patient with this vision, and if things don't seem like they're growing, do not give up, because they will eventually come to fruition. Alright? Don't give up. Keep going after what you are wanting and desiring as far as this vision that you've envisioned for yourself, and really take the leadership role of this vision that you've envisioned. Alright, so your next card is the Page of Cups. So this is where the instructive dwindle down, because this is a card of introvertedness. And if you can see, the water is a bit rippled, and he's a little bit wet, he's waist deep into water, and I feel like he is going further down, and with his body leaning back, you may be not wanting to open yourself up fully during this time. Alright? Do your best to open yourself up. Do not let these negative thoughts get in the way during this first half of the sun being in Leo. And really open yourself emotionally. Now, with the Page of Swords as your next card, this is a card of adaptation. You could have a lot of people coming around you that you have to adapt with. But you could also be dealing with a little bit immature communication. Alright? So with that being said, watch your communication, watch the way you are thinking as well, and adapt to the situation at hand. Now with your next card being Three of Pentacles, this is talking about you really working and mastering your craft and whatever you're working on. Typically with the Three of Pentacles there is two more people in the picture, but since this Three of Pentacles only has one, I feel like you're working by yourself during this time, and you are mastering the craft of whatever it is that you are doing. Now your next card is the Ten of Wands, so you could be carrying a lot of burdens with you. Alright? Notice how the wands are below you, and the man has a blindfold on, represented by you being blinded by thoughts of burdens that might not even be there, or created by your own doing because the blindfold is on him. Alright? Typically in the Rider-Waite deck, the Ten of Wands is a man carrying sticks and carrying it to the castle, so as this card could represent you carrying burdens and responsibilities, but the more you carry them and the further along in your life that you do carry them, you'll reach a place of success. Now with the last but not least card for the Universal Catholic Tarot deck, you get the Queen of Pentacles. So with the Queen of Pentacles, this is talking about you nurturing and caring for yourself, as well as whatever it is that you are working on. She also has the pentacle next to her stomach, so if you're, as well as the greenery around the card. So if you are not wanting to get pregnant during this time, do your best to do your best, but real protection if you don't want children. But this is a card of nurturing yourself in order to nurture others around you, as well as following your higher self or guides, which is represented by the fairies as well. So you could be following your intuition, your guides, or whoever you consider your guides are, or your higher self as a whole during this first 15 degrees of the sun transitioning Leo. Now let's shuffle the Rider-Waite deck one more time, and then we get to clarifying. Alright, so with the Nine of Swords being clarified by the Six of Swords, you are dealing with a lot of negative thoughts because you need to transition yourself from one mental place or physically even. You need to do a transition of some sort in order to get out of this Nine of Swords energy. So as you can see, the water is still a little bit rippled, and there was a guide in the boat guiding the woman and her child down the river. So this could also be, you could also have a guide or a spiritual mentor guiding you during this time, but by you transitioning from this negative place and going towards greener lands, alright, you will get out of the Nine of Swords energy of negative thoughts, overworrying, stress, anxiety, restless nights, and whatnot, by you transitioning from what no longer serves you for the betterment of your own well-being and your highest good. Now with the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Cups is clarified by the Judgment. So this is Scorpio energy. So you could be dealing with the Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or have Scorpio in your chart. And if you do, these energies will be amplified during the Sun and Leo transit. With that being said, by you rebirthing this idea for yourself and really implementing this idea into the world, you will find yourself in a place of happiness and abundance for yourself by rebirthing whatever it is that you're giving rebirth to. Now with the Ace of Wands is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. So with the Nine of Pentacles, this is talking about you being an emotionally, not emotionally, but materially sufficient and independent. Alright, so you being independent is helping you spark this new passion that you have given birth to for yourself. Alright, remain in this independent energy. Alright, even though it may be hard to remain in this energy, because there's a lot of people that don't like to be alone, because this is a card of aloneness. It's also a card of having what you need. So you have the pentacles on both sides. Some of these are you're saving, and then you have more that you can give out to others as well. So with that being said, you could have you've been nurturing others in the material with the material world as well. But I feel like this is standing in independence, so you can birth this vision that you've envisioned for yourself. Now with the Queen of Wands, this is clarified by the Ten of Swords. So by you cutting completely from whatever it is that you don't want and need, Aries was dealing with the transition as well, leaving things behind and no longer sort them. So you could have Aries in your chart, or you could be dealing with an Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars. And if you have Aries in your chart, that energy will be amplified. But with the Six of Swords, being you transitioning from one mental or physical place to another, and you ending whatever it is that you need to end completely, you'll be more optimistic in a better place to go after what you want and desire. Alright, now with the King of Wands, the King of Wands is clarified by the King of Pentacles. So this is you having everything that you want and need, as well, and you having to endure or take the time to get where you are. Do not let that time that you have spent make you or influence you to be selfish, because you have spent a lot of time to get where you are. And with two kings, this is a very powerful energy. I feel like this is feeling like you have what you want and need, so you can take this leadership role over this vision that you've envisioned for yourself. Alright, just don't lose patience and don't drop everything if things seem like they're not going to come to fruition. And with the Judgment card here, I feel like there's a rebirthing process of this vision that you have had for yourself, but you might have dropped it back in the past, but now you're really taking charge and understanding the role of being in that leadership for that vision that you've envisioned for yourself. Now with the Page of Cups, you get the King of Swords. So there's a lot of kings here, so there's a lot of grounding energy, but this can be overwhelming as well, and being too this card right here can be too logical, and this being too logical may influence you to close yourself off emotionally. So do your best to balance your emotions and your thoughts together, or thoughts and emotions. Alright, so use that care energy towards whatever it is that you are emotionally connected to, so you can open yourself up more in an efficient way. Now with the Page of Swords, the Page of Swords is clarified by the Sun card. So you adapting yourself to the situation or circumstance at hand, or whatever it is that you're doing. And this could also be adapting this change of transitioning from what you no longer need and want, as well as watching your communication will bring you into a place of happiness, a very happy place. Alright, the Sun card brightens up this whole reading very much so. So with the Sun being here, I feel like you are in a very happy place overall, with the Sun and the Ten of Cups being here. But you could be dealing with a little bit overthinking and being too logical, because you may not want to leave what it is that you are needing to leave behind for your highest good and the betterment of your own well-being. But in doing so, you'll find yourself in a place of happiness and emotional abundance and again, happiness. Happiness all together. So, you and Aries are really transitioning from one place to another. So let's move on to the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. Alright, so you could be dealing with the Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, or Scorpio. And you have Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, as well as Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn. Or you may have these in your chart, and if you do, these energies will be amplified. And with that being said, you are starting new cycles, especially with whatever that you are working on and mastering your craft with, alright? And whatever you're creatively putting out there. Because the Sun being a leader, we'll put our attention to whatever we are creatively working on. So, with that being said, there's new cycles coming for you. And embrace these cycles, embrace this, the wheel of turning. Don't be too overly logical about it, and you'll find yourself in a very happy place. Now with the Ten of Wands is clarified by the High Priestess. So this is saying even though you are carrying burdens and having a lot of weight on your shoulders, that you need to follow your intuition as well as use your knowledge and wisdom that you've gained throughout your life. Right? This is Taurus energy, so you could be dealing with a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or you have Taurus in your chart, and if so, these energies will be amplified as well. But overall, use your intuition and keep being responsible, even though it may be feeling late, because I feel like this, you keep, you're really giving the rebirth to whatever idea you're rebirthing, and keeping a hold of this idea and keep progressing and moving forward with it, you will find yourself in a very happy place. And I feel like if you go within and listen to your intuition, that's what your intuition is telling you as well. Now with the Queen of Pentacles is clarified by the Six of Wands. So with the Six of Wands here, this is a card of victory, feeling victorious, while due to nurturing yourself and nurturing whatever you're creatively working on, and in doing so, nurturing others around you. And by this, you will find yourself in a place of victory, because you will have gone through the battles or the hardships that you need to go through in order to feel victorious. Alright? Now, let's pull 3 cards out from the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me. And then we will end this reading off. Alright, so your first card that you get is a win-win outcome is forecast from Mother Moon to you through me, full moon in Libra. Like I said, a win-win outcome is forecasted. So a win-win outcome will happen regardless of what direction you go. But I feel like the letting go of what no longer serves you and really rebirthing this process and really going after what you want and desire regardless of how it looks, and releasing this overly logical mindset that you're dealing with and open yourself more emotionally, you'll very much be in a win-win situation. Alright? Go after what you want and desire for your life. Now your second card that you get from Mother Moon to you through me is it's time to release negativity. So we have the Six of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the 10 of Wands may be feeling like it's a burden, but it really isn't. So, like the card says, release the negativity. Alright? Mother Moon really wants you to release. Feel like this is a time period from what these readings that I've done, and it's the Gemini, of releasing that no longer serves you, or releasing negativity as a whole. So, your last card that you get from Mother Moon to you through me is First Quarter Moon. Your commitment is being tested. So this could be either your commitment from the universe you getting tested by the universe towards how committed you are to this vision that you've envisioned for yourself. And at times, the universe will test, well, at times, all the time, the universe tests people to see how far they are willing to go with their visions, even if it doesn't look like it is coming to fruition. Do not let their logic overrule you, because you are a Gemini, so you are mutable air, so you may, and Neptune is in Pisces, so Pisces is squaring you, so you need to warn that not everybody is thinking the way that you are with your dreams and illusions, and know that your commitment is being tested by the universe, your commitment towards yourself, or others seeing the commitment from you. Alright? Now, with that being said, I hope this helped. I hope this brought any aid or clarity that you might have needed. Happy Jupiter Day, since this will be uploaded on Jupiter Day. And shout out to Dola the Pilot Man, Sean the Rise, Esoteric Cloud Surfer, Nita Flying High, Gladys Moon, all the soul fam. Shout all of y'all out. And with that being said, I hope this helped once again. I hope you have a good Sun and Leo transitioning the the Sun transitioning the first 15 degrees of Leo. And until next time, peace.